Hey everyone, in today's video I'll be doing a master study of John Singer Sargent. The software I'll be using is Clip Studio Paint, and the brushes I'll be using is the calligraphy brush, the flat marker, and the soft brush. I actually drew this painting before of John Singer Sargent depicting Lady Agnew. I did this painting around the same time. I think it was around January. I'm pretty sure. And I followed like this tutorial, not tutorial I would say, but this video of this girl drawing a master study of John Singer Sargent, and that's how I got into master studies. And then after I discovered other painters like J.C. Leyendecker and Norman Rockwell, these are people who are pretty prominent. It's not like I didn't know them, but I just didn't know them by name, or it wasn't in my scope of understanding art. After I went into this deep dive, just doing master studies after master studies after master studies. And I feel like when doing master studies, I feel like at that time I was trying to learn the techniques of how they depict style. I feel like when it comes to J.C. Leyendecker, he has this very plasticky look to his paintings. It's very like this, like the light is prominent. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like this silicone look to everything. Even when it comes to it's like the hair of the characters, or like the characters or the people he's depicting, it's just very plasticky. And when it comes to Norman Rockwell, there's something soft and very controlled about his pieces, and I just enjoy the colors. And when it comes to John Singer Sargent, I drew, I think, 2 master studies of him. I didn't really get into him that much because it was just too difficult, I would say. I wouldn't say difficult, but it was harder to draw one of his, I would say, his paintings or his portraitures. But I did, like I tried and I did a couple of it. It was bad though, very, very bad, but I did like a couple of them, but it wasn't really good. But when it comes to John Singer Sargent in particular, I feel like there's something delicate and soft to his brushwork. And if you ask anybody, like anyone would agree, like it's just like something so, not lackluster, but I can't find a word, but it's just something very soft with his brushworks. There's something that he does in his works, like he just draws these strokes and it makes the painting. And what I mean by this is when it comes to the clothing he draws or the people he draws, he just needs a couple brush strokes to complete the face or to complete the clothing or to complete the background. And he uses these purposeful brush strokes to create his pieces. And there's something beautiful about that. And I really wanted to capture this in this painting. Not necessarily the likeness, because I can't, like, I literally cannot do the likeness at all. No, I cannot do likeness at all for this painting. But I wanted to capture that purpose, like that purposeful brushwork, that purposeful brush strokes that he does in his painting. Like, you don't need too much brush strokes in a painting, or you add way too much, you over render a painting. And there's just something that about under rendering the painting and just using those little tiny strokes to create the face or to create the little lighting in his, or the little highlights in his paintings. There's something very nice about that. I just enjoy how that looks. And when drawing Lady Agnew, there was things that I came across that I was a little hesitant on drawing, because I feel like I could have low-key made it better if I did this traditionally. But I was like, I'm trying to challenge myself to draw digital more, but I believe I would have captured it like this way more, because I'm so used to forcing myself to capture like this. I just keep on trying and trying, and I never capture someone's likeness fully as I want to. It's so hard, and I kind of dog on myself a little bit on that, but I try to look past that. And in this in particular master's study, in quotation marks, I would say the purpose was not to capture the likeness. The purpose was to capture the brushstrokes and how he captures the wholeness of his paintings. And I really enjoy how it looked. At the end, it was very nice. I enjoyed it, but it's a far cry from John Singer Sargent, Lady Agnew painting. It's a very, very, very far cry, I would say. But I really enjoyed how it turned out at the end. It's very nice.